In a conference room in a North London hotel, the press are waiting to be briefed, and Rob has a surprise for Natalie.
I have bad news for you.
What?
Pete's not going to be able to make it.
Okay.
You're going to be able to handle this on your own.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I'm slightly scared, but I'll try and cope to the best of my ability. Hopefully I won't get too tongue-tied, and just hope for the best.
Pete can't make it to the press conference because he's upstairs with Rob, where, unknown to the candidates, he'll be watching their progress on a monitor.
Oh, she's got red glasses and red tights and a blue dress. I love her.
Hi there, hi. I'm Natalie Greer. It's nice to meet you all. When I sat down at the very beginning of the press conference, my legs were quaking. I felt so nervous. Pete, unfortunately, cannot make it here today himself.
What?
He cannot make it here today himself.
That's a joke. This isn't Madonna, it's Pete Burns.
Well, we're all human at the end of the day, and sometimes wires get crossed, and unfortunately we double book. So it's a last minute pickup, but I'm sure I can.
If he doesn't want to turn up,
I'm sure I can answer any questions that you put to me.
let's start with the wedding then.
Okay. Okay.
When is it?
The wedding will take, which is a civil ceremony.
Yeah.
Will take place on...
She looks terribly professional, doesn't she?
It's due to take place at the Royal Society of Arts in Mayfair.
She's fantastic.
And it will commence at 3:30 p.m. It was unknown ground to me. Never ever done anything like that before.
I've heard that Jodie Marsh is going to be a bridesmaid. Oh, we've heard that she's going to be wearing next to nothing, including a sparkly belt.
Okay, with regards to Miss Marsh...
Miss Marsh.
It could well be that she may be...
God, get Natalie all professional suddenly.
Oh,
Watch this space. Keep a lookout for that.
oh, how fantastic is she?
Seems like about a year ago.
See, she says, watch this space.
Pete and Michael had fallen out, and Pete ended up in prison. Now,
How come they're back together again?
Pete and Michael have an extremely firm relationship. There has been no separation. I didn't want to let Pete down. I didn't want to give out any, information that could be misconstrued or twisted.
So what's it like being a PA for Pete Burns? Is he a good boss or a bit on the lippy side?
You must have gone on a long mental journey for that one. Pete is an amazing person. He's absolutely amazing. He's very brave. He's not afraid to push boundaries.
Look, she's saying all of these positive things about you, which just aren't true. It's amazing.
I know, they're lying, bitch.
Thank you very much for your attendance today and for bearing with me in the absence of Pete. Pete and Michael would like to express their ongoing gratitude to the media and for their constant support at all times. They've been very supportive. Thank you very much.
I thought she did well. I think when Natalie is, every single day, I really look forward to seeing her. Whatever task she does, she pulls it off in a unique and original way.
I couldn't remember the breathing techniques. I was focused on the point, on not slipping up, on not giving the press any ability to turn any positive into a negative. And that was my main focus, I can go with that breathing.
I think Natalie was very good with the facts and figures of the wedding. She really seemed to believe in Pete Burns. Even though some people would be sceptical, she came out with exactly what we'd need, to be honest, to write Pete Burns' amazing new wedding, and do a good story on it.
We're running a little bit late, and I have bad news. Pete isn't going to be here.
Okay.
So you're going to have to run this on his behalf,
Okay.
apologise to them,
Absolutely.
and deal with the pack of media.
Okay, I'll give it a go. As soon as I hit the door, I just thought, oh, here we go, and my heart started to flutter. But that can be a good thing. You can turn that around, make it into a nervous excitement. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for Pete's absence. I'll be taking the press conference today. In the run-up to his forthcoming wedding, he's had a number of areas that he has to see to, and unfortunately something came up at last minute. But my name's Nikki. Waiting here for the last 45 minutes. That's absolutely ridiculous. I do apologise, I understand. I'm going to try and give you as much information and help as possible.
If Pete Burns cannot be bothered to turn up to his own press conference, then, to be quite honest, I don't think we should be bothered to be here.
Well, I understand where you're coming from, but I think you're going to miss out on an awful lot of very exciting information if you left at this stage. I wasn't expecting to be suddenly fired at from all angles, and
How long have Michael and Pete been together now?
Oh, since October 2003.
Well done.
Patch, well, I would say for anybody,
Yeah.
it was a bit of a bad patch, which ended up with
Oh,
Pete
tricky
being
question.
in prison. How did that affect their relationship? I mean, for instance, did Michael go to jail and visit Pete?
I'm not aware of the time that when Pete was in prison. I do know that their relationship has definitely proven through all the difficulties. As you say, we all go through extreme difficulties. I did it myself with my own marriage. But, you know, they've stood the test of time, and if anything, it proves how strong they are actually together.
Will there be an 80s pop nostalgia theme to the wedding?
Do we all want to go back to the 80s? I'm not sure I want to wear my 80s clothes again. I've got quite a few photos from that period. Pete's music's still very important to him, and he's staying in touch with that, but he's got a lot of...
This is almost turning into a personal press conference for her. She talks about her marriage, her clothing. You know, is this the Nikki show?
On the horizon, he's got a... he's featuring in a new coffee table book, even, that Michael, his partner, is doing, and this is going to be an amazing insight to Pete.
So she's going to pieces.
Yeah, she's going to pieces.
You see, this is really surprising because I thought that she'd be fantastic.
If there's no more questions, I'd like to thank you once again.
She cannot wait to get out of there.
Thank you for coming, and I shall bid you good day. But I was just trying so hard to come across professional. I'm just really disappointed.
I think with Nikki, it was all about, you know, when we talked about marriage, she was saying, oh, Pete's gone through a divorce and I've gone through, you know, a messy breakup and all of this kind of stuff. It was all referred to her own life, but, you know, we don't really care about a PA's life. We want a PA that's going to give us what we need for our article.
I would say Nikki was a little frosty. She came across as quite officious, and she seemed to be reading more from a prepared script. She didn't really want to answer many questions at all.
Actually, I've just had a phone call from Pete. He's not going to be able to make it.
Right.
So you're going to have to run the press conference on your own.
Oh, OK. Wow, OK. I was just kind of felt like I was caught off guard. I mean, I didn't... It all just happened so fast.
Unfortunately, I'm really sorry to have kept you waiting. I'm very sorry that Pete isn't actually going to make it this afternoon. He's actually had an emergency.
What kind of emergency? You've kept us waiting here for 45 minutes. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm very, very sorry about that, and I hope this afternoon that I can help you out as much as possible.
We don't want you, though. We want Pete.
Yeah, I totally understand that you want Pete, but I'm afraid this afternoon you're going to have to deal with me, if that's okay.
What's his excuse? What's going on?
Well, I mean, it's an emergency, a family emergency. It's just something that he couldn't walk away from, I'm afraid. I mean, when it comes down to family, I mean, you know, you can't exactly sort of walk away from your family.